What's up, guys? We're back. The top 10. Pow, pow! January 18th, 2022. And once again, I am Drew with Comics Elite here with
Kyle.
Not Kevin. All right, let's do this, guys. The last video went way too long. I think that's a record. I think hour 15. Yeah, we had a lot of crap this week. So we're gonna cull and blow through this stuff as fast as we can. I do have some honorable mentions this week. So I'm gonna do these before our top 10. I have Hulk number 4.
Honorable mention.
Honorable mention. You know, it's really good.
Yeah.
It's a really good book. It was fun. Interesting twist in the Hulk and Bruce dynamic. Yes. And I can't wait to see what happens next. It just kept slowly getting pushed out of my top 10. But honorable mention is really good. Next up I've got is Out number 4. I enjoyed this. It's like finally the monster's doing something in this. Finally stuff is happening now. We see like the different sides. There's like almost like 4 different subplots going on in this, which is great. And I'm very curious to see what happens with the last issue. Unfortunately, this really should have been, I think, 3 issues.
Yeah.
Maybe 2.
Yeah.
Next up, I got Aerosmith behind Enemy Lines number 1. So real quick, I did research into this. So this is a previous Image series, Aerosmith. This is like a follow-up series to that series. So this existed for a bit. So yeah, it's World War I soldiers with tiny dragons carrying them. There's trolls involved in this, and there's magic involved. It's a very unique and interesting world Kurt Busiek has created here. I'm kind of tempted to go back and read like the early series to see what it was like. But it's an interesting concept. I'll give him that. Although it does look kind of silly. You have the tiny dragons carrying
with your glowing boots. Come on.
It's something.
And the horrors of World War I. Come on.
I got the amazing Steve Spiderman 86. So I really enjoyed this. We're learning about Ben, his mind, his memories are being altered. You know, the memory gaps are being left out. Same thing with Dr. Kafka, memory gaps in her memories, as well as with Ben's girlfriend. You know, things are not as they appear. Appearances are deceptive.
Yeah, it's like no shit.
So very curious to see what happens with that, you know. So it was a good read. Next up I got Batman the Knight number 1 of 10. Like I said, it's a good story, not a good Batman story. When you have a known Batman villain, you know, pretty much acting as his doctor early on in his life, you think he's not going to remember that? You think both guys aren't going to remember this?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Bruce doing cage fighting in Gotham City. Underground illegal cage fighting in Gotham City. You think no one's going to remember that? You think the GCPD is not going to remember that? You think the other fighters aren't going to remember that? Yep. Hey, what's Bruce Wayne doing here? I don't know. He likes to fight.
Like nobody knows that it's him.
When you're royalty? Yeah.
Like everyone knows who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot of logical fallacies with this. Everything that happens in this, in Gotham, no, I don't buy it for a minute. The beginning of Bruce Wayne's journey to being Batman was out of Gotham.
That was the point, yeah.
Yes, that was the whole point. Yes, none of this shit that happens in this should not have happened in Gotham.
Correct. Yeah, that
way no one has any idea it would have been him at all. Mm-hmm. That's the whole point.
Yep.
But no. Next up, King Spawn number 6.
Oh?
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. Got an interesting twist in the dynamic about who may have let certain people out of hell.
Indeed.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
Very interesting. And at the very end of this, it's a very interesting film being made. So
yeah.
It was good. It's a good read.
It was good.
And last one I got is Primordial number 5. So it is an honorable mention. I really enjoyed it. However, I will say this: the pacing has been slow because the reveals we're getting aren't that big. Mm-hmm. It's been slowly paced. This really should have been maybe 3 issues. But if you're going to have 5 or 6 issues of this, you need to explore what's really going on in the world more, because there's some big things are just kind of dropped, and it's like you do nothing with that. Like the Soviet Union is still existing in 2024. It's like whoa.
Yeah.
What the hell does this world look like now? I got to know.
Yeah, and who they took over.
Yes. Like, wait, what? I go more into that. You could do a whole issue on that.
Yep.
But he does nothing with it.
Nope.
And this was kind of disappointing about it. But anyway, it's still a good, compelling read, in my opinion. So those are my honorable mentions. So here we go. Creme de la creme.
Okay.
Top 10 of the week.
10.
10 to 1.
Yep.
Number 10 of the week for me. I got Venom number 4.
I have King Spawn.
Okay. Once you put in your thoughts, King Spawn.
This was a lot of fun. There are so many. I feel like there's so many Spawn stories out there right now. It's hard to keep track. It took me a minute to remember what the hell happened, and I'm like, wait, what happened again? Oh, okay, we got the reveal that wasn't really a reveal, but kind of a reveal, and
it was a twist.
Yeah,
the twist.
The aftermath of what happens. You get the aftermath in Botswana. What happens, and holy shit.
Yeah.
Is it ever?
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty bloody. It gets very violent, and at the end, the last panel, it's like interesting.
Yep.
There's a lot of stuff that's brought up in this, as most of these are. This is compelling. It's compelling me to continue to read it, which is shocking for Spawn. So, I can't believe I'm 6 issues into a Spawn. So, it's a solid recommend this week.
So I've got Venom number 4. This was good. Dylan is being experimented on like a lab rat. The symbiotes and Eddie discovered that they hint that things aren't going according to plan, and Kang may be involved.
He said Kang was wrong or something.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, interesting. I like this. And hey, it's a key. You got your keys, Kyle?
I do.
It's a key. Big villain appears at the end, and artist solid by Brian Hitch. There is a nasty scene involving the symbiotes and Eddie's head.
Ugh.
Woof, it is something.
It's Cronenberg-esque.
Yeah, it is very weird. It's a good read.
Good.
The number 9 for the week.
Niner.
I got Ben Reilly Spider-Man number 1.
I have Moon Connect.
Okay.
Number 7.
All right. Let me go ahead and talk about Ben Reilly, since you trashed it horribly and said it was the worst comic ever in history of mankind.
Second worst.
So this story takes place back in the 90s, when Ben had discovered he was the real Peter, and Peter was the clone. And that was before that was retconned eventually.
Yes.
But anyway, so this is when he was the sensational Spider-Man, and the art in this is terrific, in my opinion. The narrative by J.M. DeMatteis is fantastic. There's a great scene when he's confronting J. Jonah Jameson out in the streets. It's like, Parker, what are you doing here? It's like, you're supposed to be out in Oregon. It's like, it's great. I love it. Ben is really he's struggling to find out who he is, like who he really is, and find solace in being Spider-Man, because now, I mean, his whole world he's really come back to life now, effectively. He's got to live life now. He's got to fill in those life holes, those life gaps now. And there's a great confrontation with Carrion too, and you can tell it's going to be more of an emotional and psychological study of Ben, because it's like Captain America when he came out of the ice. It's like he's got no life, pretty much. It's been gone, and he's got to build that life back. So he's filled with pain and hurt and everything else. And in my opinion, it's good. So I'm very curious to see what happens next.
Sure. To each its own.
The Ocho.
Yep.
I've got Animal Castle number 2.
Wow. I have Devil's Reign Villains.
Okay.
Villains.
So I'm gonna go talk about Animal Castle.
Okay.
This was I love the visuals in this. The visuals in this, even the cover itself.
Awesome.
It's hysterical. Just the bull being.
Love it.
So what's great I loved about this. There's a traveling rodent, giving a show, talking about people in history, who've stood up to people in power, and the bull and his hounds, they don't like it so much. Nope. It's great. And we get our suave bunny Caesar looking after the kittens. And it's kind of funny what happens.
Yeah. And how he is in the first issue.
I love it.
Of course he's a bunny that fucks all the time.
Yeah.
It's like, of course.
Yes.
And it's like, you're gonna leave your kids with this guy. Yeah, it's great. I love it.
Yeah.
I'll talk about it later.
Yep.
But
Animal Castle number 2.
Man.
So what do you got?
I have Devil's Reign Villains for Hire. Holy shit, this was awesome.
Yes.
This was
shocking. It was shockingly good. I've never heard of either the writer or the artist before. And,
no.
Yeah.
And I mean, right from Jump Street. I mean,
yes.
It's I mean, and it got really violent more than I was like, whoa. Like they're showing, like, is this a Marvel comic? Like, like they're getting away with this? Yeah, it's like again, it's like with all these Devil Reigns tie-ins, everybody is like.
Did you talk about Moon Knight?
Did I talk about Moon Knight?
I don't think so.
I didn't talk about Moon Knight.
No, you didn't.
I didn't talk about Moon Knight.
Rewind. You gotta talk about Moon Knight.
Okay. Sorry, Moon Knight.
Number 7.
This was fun. This was a lot of fun. I'm still waiting. It's like we get these little teases, these little things that are happening. It's like him slowly starting. It's like now he's going after Zodiac.
Yeah, it's pretty cool what he does.
Yeah, it's to try to get information about Zodiac and where he's at, but it's just like
I'm kind of nervous now because I read the solicitations with what's happening, and I'm not happy about it. Because once again, it's another character being replaced, and I'm tired of that shit. It's aggravating. It doesn't need to happen. He's always been this character. No one else needs to be the character.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's how it is. But
yeah, this was a solid issue.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like it's just kind of meandering a little bit. It's just kind of him doing little street level things. It's like, which I'm okay with for Moon Knight, but like it's like, okay, where's the call to action? Where's the big thing coming? Because I'm just kind of waiting for it. So it's good. So okay, now back to
Villains for Hire.
Yes, Villains for Hire. Yeah, this was awesome. Like I will continue to say, great action scenes are flipping awesome. The reveal we get at the end, it's like if you read X-Men, you already know. So it's just kind of like not a big reveal when it's literally revealed in another issue. But yeah, this was a solid issue this week.
Absolutely.
And again, it's like all these Devil Reign tie-ins. I'm like it's like Wilson Fisk is seen completely different in this one than he was in X-Men, than all these other. So it's just like consistency, please.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 7 of the week.
Okay.
Number 7. I've got Cursed Pirate Girl, The Devil's Cave.
I have Strange Academy.
Oh, that's
15.
low. I love this. Jeremy Bastion's art in this is terrific. He did the cover art for the series Judas, which was mind-bending. And so this is the next chapter of an ongoing series I had no clue about. Boom. And I mean, so it's effectively a girl trying to rescue her pirate captain father.
Yep.
Yes. And but even if you haven't read it like I have, and the story is confusing, but my God, just enjoy it for the art. Really, enjoy this for the art.
I did.
This will probably be the best illustrated comic of the year.
And that's saying a lot.
Yes,
it is. But yeah, this after
Kyle showed you 4 of those pages. Just 4 of those. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, if Ernie wouldn't have said anything at the other store, I wouldn't have even picked it up. So, thank you.
So there you go. Cursed Pirate Girl.
All right. Strange Academy 15. Minor Key. Minor Key.
Minor Key.
First cover appearance of Gas Lamp.
Oh, yep.
There you go. Flippin' love that character.
Yeah, he's
love
great.
the design. Friggin' awesome. This is just such a fun story. I get these characters. I like these characters. I like these kids. Like they're written so well. And this is what happens when you write characters well. And again, I've only read. This is my second issue. Like I read 14 and then this one. And I'm already like, I love this series. I want to go back and read the rest of them. And so seeing that character, Calvin, dealing with, he lost his magic. And so he
lost his mojo.
Yep. And then so he found Gas Lamp and who's like, yeah, I'll do it, for a price. And of course he's a kid. He's going to be like, sure, I don't care, whatever. But then it's not enough. He needs more magic. He needs more power. Then he goes back to Gas Lamp and he's like, oh, okay, sure, I can help you out. But I need you to start bringing me some other people. And I love that, how you can easily just get sucked into that, be careful what you wish for mentality. And this was a lot of fun this week. I love this. Solid recommend.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So next up, on to number 6 of the week.
Yep.
I have got Moon Knight, number 7.
Okay, I have Hulk.
So Moon Knight, he's on a warpath for Zodiac to find him, and he's not playing around. Love it. And it looks like Zodiac has his own methods for keeping everyone's mouth shut so no one talks about him, which is great to see.
Oh, yeah.
And looks like the Avengers may be getting involved at some point because because Moon Knight is kind of kooky.
Yes, he is.
The tension's ratcheting up, and I can't wait for the next issue. Great dialogue, good art, solid recommend. Yep.
All right, Hulk 3. Again, still good, still great. We find out more about this new Bruce Banner on this new world.
Yep.
And what he was doing on his world when the bomb gets tested, and like these Cronenberg-esque like Hulks that are running around, and then he is trying to like kill them or get rid of them by like sucking them somewhere, and then so that's when he runs into our Bruce Banner and Hulk, and he's like, I gotta study this and see what's going on. I mean, it is wild, and it's awesome. Yeah, I can't recommend this enough. The art is terrific. It's creepy. This is a solid recommend this week. A lot of fun.
All right, number 5 for the week.
Right in the middle.
Yep. I have got Villains for Hire,
Okay.
number 1.
Batman versus Bigby. A wolf in Gotham.
So to continue on what you were saying about this, this comic was fucking awesome. I love this. This is how you tell a fun, action-based comic. The bad guys working for Wilson Fisk, keeping the city and his friends safe. There you go.
Yeah.
Love it. The art is damn terrific in this as well. I love seeing faces melt, you know. I can't believe they got away with that in a Marvel comic. Yeah, shocking. So I hope this is popular enough to turn into a series. I hope. Yeah, so when you read stuff like this, it's like, this is legit damn good. You know,
Yeah, you see Taskmaster shoot an arrow through 3 people's
people
heads.
heads. Yeah, it's great. They're being badasses.
It's awesome. They're villains. It's what we do.
So yeah, great jobs by I had to take their names down. Clay McLeod Chapman and Manuel Garcia. You guys knocked this out of the park. Holy crap. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're looking for jobs, Marvel needs to keep you guys, because holy shit.
Yeah, you earned it in this one.
Yes.
This is how you make a statement. This is how you come out swinging. Appreciate it, guys. Yeah.
Yep. Batman versus Bigby. Still solid. Bill Willingham is great. We pick up right where we left off.
Now, tell that Brian Lovell's art. Don't forget Brian Lovell.
So
yeah,
it's so intrinsic, and and it just sucks you in to what happens. And so Batman is incapacitated, and what they like what they're doing, like how he handles giving Batman chest compressions and CPR. I mean, it's awesome. It's so good. And then what transpires after that, it's like I don't want to spoil too much.
No, it's hard. Yeah.
Like what happens in this, because there's shit comes to light in this. We find out more about the main villain in this, and some of the more nefarious plots and what happens as a result of him using one of the. There's a lot jam-packed in this issue. I had a lot of fun with it. It's a solid recommend. This whole series has been so much fun.
Probably the best Batman series last year. One of the best.
Yeah.
All right, number 4.
Yep.
For the week, I've got Silver Surfer Rebirth, number 1.
I have Silver Coin, number 8.
So Silver Surfer Rebirth, number 1. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I loved it because I loved Silver Surfer in the 90s. I read this all the time. We get the return of Ron Mars and Ron Lim. For me, this issue was very kinetic, fun, action-packed, well illustrated and colored. I loved it. We get the return of a long-lost character. Or do we? At the end?
No.
And the surprise of a big villain at the end.
No surprise.
I can't. Yes, it was. I can't wait for the next issue. This was a lot of fun. This is how you tell an action comic. I thoroughly enjoyed this. And yeah, can't wait for the next one. If you liked Silver Surfer in the 90s, you will like this. Yeah. All right.
Okay. Silver Coin. Yes. Like, the last issue was very. I thought
the poker one.
The poker one. It was just kind of like, okay, I know where this is going. This, holy hell! I mean, so it takes place on Wall Street in the '60s. You see 2 lives. You see from the janitor's perspective in this Wall Street high-rise building, and then a Wall Street exec, day trader. We don't know exactly what he does, and then he gets the silver coin. The business exec gets offered the coin, and then the janitor happens to be cleaning in there, and he sees it too, and they're both kind of like, ooh. And like, what's odd is that you see it only mainly from the janitor's point of view in this perspective, and how he's slowly starting to go crazy about this coin. But you also see things that are happening to him that you assume are because of the business exec, but you don't necessarily know why, which I find fascinating. It's that not knowing, like at one point he gets kicked off the floor that he's cleaning on, and it's like, who did, like, why all of a sudden is he kicked off this floor? It's like, I mean, there are just so many mind fucks in this that I just absolutely love this. This is so fun. This was a solid recommend this week. I loved every minute of it.
All right, on to number 3 of the week.
Number 3.
The Trace, I have got Batman vs. Bigby, Wolf in Gotham, number 5.
The Rush. Okay. Number 3.
I thoroughly love the series. I love the art. I love the story. I love the narration. Like I said, I don't want to spoil what happens to Bruce in this. It's great. And we get a weird twist with Bookworm in this. Don't want to spoil that.
I know.
But yeah, this is a lot of fun. And how the Robins are written, it's terrific. You will, if you're a Batman fan, you will enjoy this. This is Batman written right.
I concur. Shockingly. The Rush, number 3. Holy shit. I mean, this takes it out. Like while reading this and after reading it, it's like, you just gotta take a breath. I equate this to the production company A24 and their elevated horror. So think of like the movie The Witch, The Lighthouse, Hereditary, any of those. This is elevated horror.
Was Mandy part of that too?
Yeah, Mandy. I don't know if that was them. They just did The Green Knight.
Is that a horror?
The Lamb. Not really. But
The Lamb.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah.
That's something.
Again, these elevated horror films were like, the whole point is not a jump scare. It's not to scare you per se in that way. It's more psychological. Like, this is just a descent into madness.
Yeah.
And we get more of the backstory of the town, why the saloon is called what it is. We kind of get that backstory. We get some stuff with Nettie, and I just love their dialogue. Her dialogue with the constable guy,
The Mountie
guy, it's terrific. And just her like, she will do whatever it takes to find her son. And then when she gets paired with the Native American and they go out,
oh, that's great. That dialogue with
great.
that, it's like, yeah.
Like, nah, his name's Bill.
Yeah.
Because they do make a point. They, like, those stupid names they give people and things back then. It's like, yeah, it's kind of stupid. Like, when you think about it. Just the scenes that are not quote unquote scary per se, but like, they're just, damn, like what these people do for gold. And at one point when she says, I don't give a fuck about the gold.
Like, wait, what?
I mean, the whole town is like, what did you just say? I mean, just like things like that. And I just absolutely love it. Like, I fell in love with this, and this is how you do it. This is how you do elevated horror. Unlike the Silver Coin, where that's more in your face, blood, guts. Doesn't show any of that, and it's just as scary. So,
well, when it's one of those things where you're waiting for it to happen. You know it's going to happen. You don't know when, and you do get something very horrific toward the end. And
it's done in a tasteful, creepy, psychological way.
Yeah,
I love it.
All right, so on to number 2 of the week.
2.
I have got Strange Academy, number 15.
Okay.
Yes, I thoroughly enjoyed this.
Animal Castle, number 2.
Okay. So, really damn good. Once again, said. Humberto's art, gorgeous.
Yes.
Love it. You can tell he's got that spark back into his art. You can tell he's loving what he's doing. But the story in here, I love the allegory being told here with magic and performance-enhancing drugs.
Yeah.
I love that. Because Kyle, you and our other brother, you guys took them in high school for success.
Of course.
In sports.
Swimming,
and
had to.
You guys wanted the fast track to success. Like the one kid in here.
Yeah.
And
it's done the right way.
Yeah, except except when it's with magic, wishes, and it looks like it may be spreading now beyond this one kid.
Hey man.
Yeah, got them wishes.
Yeah. need them wishes,
Wishes,
man.
man? Yeah.
I need some of them wishes.
Yeah,
man.
you gonna be my genie, man?
Yeah.
It's really damn good. I thoroughly enjoy this, and great villain. I love it, and just I cannot wait for the next issue.
Love that character design.
Yes,
I love the name.
Yeah, and great stuff with the Dormammu kid and the girl. Yeah, I love it. The great little drama there. You know,
I buy it.
Yeah.
I can like this stuff if it's done well. Yes, you can enjoy it. Absolutely.
It's not talking down to you. It's not insulting you.
Yeah.
And
Correct way to do it.
And shockingly, Scotty Young's doing it well. Yeah.
Despite his best effort.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Animal Castle. I loved.
God, I love that
issue
cover.
1. Loved issue 1. So great.
I almost want that as an original. I want that original art piece up my wall. I love it.
So I mean that shows you exactly what you're getting in this.
Yes.
This issue 2 is just as good. Story's great. Shows why communism is shit and will never work.
Effectively, yeah.
Yeah. So regardless,
it hasn't been done right.
Yeah, exactly. So regardless of what Bernie Sanders tells you, this is why communism sucks, and I don't care. I'm sure everyone knows a 20-year-old political science major who's going to tell you why it's great. No, read this. This will tell you why communism will never work. It's like why it's absolute dog shit. And I love all of the characters in this.
Yes.
My only gripe in this story is that one, if my eyes weren't perfect, I would need a magnifying glass to read some of this stuff, but you waste so much space. What are you doing? Look at those. Come on. Use the whole page. This art is terrific. I want to see it. Like, why you make this so small? It's like, and then this dialogue is so small to read.
Yeah, that's the thing. The borders. The borders are. There is a lot of gap right there in the
Look at
borders.
all that misty space and the top. Like, come on, use both. It's like my one gripe for this. But other than that, it is so fun, and to see the rat do the, the Gandhi story and everything.
Yeah, that's great. I loved it.
And,
yeah.
Like, the first issue ended on such a downer. Seeing
the one get drawn and quartered.
Yeah. And hung up on a wall.
Yeah.
It's like, holy shit. Like, I mean, gut wrenching. And then you get the optimism at the end of this one. Like you just get that pickup of, all right, all it takes is one person to revolt and say, enough of this shit. We're not gonna do it. And then everybody will eventually come around and be like, yeah, this is stupid. What are we doing this for? So I loved it. Love it. This is solid recommend.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And here we go. Number one.
Right.
What the hell do you have there? Okay.
I got a sneak peek.
Oh, you got yours? Oh,
Yep.
I didn't get mine. Holy crap. I got The Rush number 3.
I got Alien Alamo.
Okay. So real quick, so we can finish it. You can finish up an Alien Alamo. You got yours. So I thoroughly love this, and like you said, I love seeing the allegory between the gold rush is people getting the rush, the high of getting the gold, people going slowly insane from the gold, and the great dialogue between all the characters, especially toward the end with the Native American, assuming the names, what they're gonna do, and have it's like no, come on.
I love it.
Yeah. It's great stuff, and there's a great horrific scene toward the end. The tension, the suspense is really ratcheting up because I think her kid's dead at this point. I think he's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want to wait till all this is out.
Yeah.
To really go back and read it start to finish, and then slowly pick apart what they're actually trying to say. The allegory. It's like there's metaphors here as far as being tempted by money and greed and gold, and like at the end, like she keeps being tempted, like, here's more gold, like, just take this gold and shut the hell up, sort of thing. Like, just get, and she's like, no, like, I want to find my son. Yeah. And
she's not swayed by those things, just family blood is just more valuable.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was gonna say after. I mean, it is the world Cy Spurrier has created here is terrific. The characters are terrific. The world, this town, everything is amazing, and I don't want to say what I'm going to say. I'm not going to say it, but I cannot wait for the next issue. This is a terrific horror series, and probably the best one, in my opinion, out right now. The Rush, number 3.
Yeah, that's why I hope A24 picks that up and makes that movie.
All right, let's talk about Alien Alamo.
All right, Alien Alamo.
Hopefully, Graham Nolan is watching. Graham Nolan.
From Graham Nolan. Backed it on Indiegogo. I know this is a cheat, but it did come out because I just got it.
There we go. Yep, I've done it before. So
Yeah.
yep.
So this takes place in 1957. Sputnik was just launched. So we get the backstory of this man here, a vet, his son here, and a couple of ranch hands back there. You get the Sam Elliott guy. And so it takes place in Texas. Sputnik was launched, and it's the story of this family and the son, and he's got a dog. I just...
They have to deal with, there's an alien
Yeah.
invasion.
So he wants to go see Sputnik, and then it turns out there's a bunch of meteors that are falling. The son goes to check it out. His dad is struggling from PTSD from
World War II.
From World War II.
Yep.
He was in the Pacific in World War II, so he was dealing with a lot of shit over there. And so, dealing with PTSD, he's kind of dealing, drinking and, having a hard time. He lost his wife also. So the son comes across the meteor shower, is like, it's nothing. And then turns out there are these little aliens that land. They're like little crab-like creatures, and they spit acid out. And so it's them just being like, we got to stop this alien invasion. We got to come together. We got to put our shit aside. I got to put my PTSD aside from my son. And this was awesome.
Like you said, alien element. It's the Alamo.
Yeah.
And
they bring it up. They're like, there are hundreds of thousands of these alien little creatures, and we need to stop them. And how the hell are we going to do this? And it's them just being like, shit, we got to do our stuff for our family. And I don't want them taking over my house, my land, all this. It's such a fun... I love the way the father-son dynamic is written in this. Graham Nolan does it perfectly. He could have easily, in anybody else's hands probably, would have been bad dad, stupid, bumbling moron. But no, he's a badass. Sam Elliott guy is a badass. This was a solid pickup. Graham Nolan, hats off. This was awesome. Solid recommend. Art is obviously terrific in this.
Outstanding.
So if you can still get it, pick it up. And there's tons of goodies in the back. Tons of
bookmarks, stickers,
stickers,
cards.
Yeah, tons of stuff. So, and it's signed by Graham Nolan. So,
yep,
solid pickup. Solid recommend.
Awesome. So that's it?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it, guys. There you have it. What do you guys think? Do you 100% agree with me? Do you about 1 to 5% agree with Kyle? Let us know in the comments, guys. And thanks for tuning in. We truly appreciate it. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. It's down there somewhere, usually. Back Alien Alamo by Graham Nolan, if you still can, if it's up. If not, you're going to be paying a lot of money on eBay to get them. Trust me. But do remember to buy what you like, collect what you want, don't listen to the haters. And from what I recall, Cat Fight vs. Naughty and Nice, a book that we may have been involved with Merc Publishing, it's down to one week left. Please be sure to back that if you get a chance from our friends at Merc Publishing. And see you guys again next time.